So, welcome to Fat Biker Diaries, not Fast Biker Diaries as Julia tried to call it earlier. I'm just leaving the driving centre down in Colic. I've got my first lesson for my test the beginning of September, so I just wanted to familiarise myself with the centre and where I'll be riding. I think it's always best to familiarise yourself if possible, because after all I'm having lessons to pass a test, and if you don't do the things right on your test, you fail. You not only go home feeling miserable, but it also costs you more money. So, as I say, if you can, familiarise yourself. So, as the title suggests, best beginner motorcycle. Now that's really hard to define, really, because we all like different things. We've all got different ideals with different shapes and sizes, and it's not one size fits all when it comes to bikes, just like a lot of other things. Now for me, as a learner, I cannot fault this bike, the Honda CB125F. It's helped me grow in confidence, and I think there are a lot of things that are worthy of shouting out of this little bike. First of all, it's the cost. In my opinion, it's absolutely great value for money. I purchased this brand new and it cost me just, it was around £3,200, something like that. And as I say, it's a great little bike. One thing you must take into account when you're purchasing a bike, in my opinion, is the weight of the bike and your ability. Different bikes have different weights, and for me, oh, bit of a wobble there, and for me this bike is so easy to manoeuvre when I'm getting it in and out of the garage, or when you're putting it into a parking bay or a motorcycle parking bay. It's very, very simple for me. Now, I know everybody's got different capabilities, however for me this is absolutely ideal, but it may not be suitable for somebody. It depends on your ability. The next thing is very, very low maintenance. It's a case of checking the oil, ensuring that your chain is wet, and putting some fuel in it. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot. You can take it to Virtue Honda for a service, and that will cost you £125. It's always best to let a professional look at it. I'm not mechanically minded, so I always get a professional to look at my car and my bike. Now thirdly, I think something you have to take into account, I'm often looking at second-hand bikes, not necessarily to purchase one, just browsing, and I have noticed that this bike, the Honda CBF125, does hold its price. So that's something to take into account, because it won't take long for you to build your confidence and then you may decide to go for your test, or you may just want to change 125s. Now the more you can get for your bike second hand, the more it will benefit you going forward. So again, something else to take into account. And I say that is because if you buy one of the Chinese bikes, something like the Lex Motto as an example, now they don't hold the price, they drop in value. So if you were to buy one of those to learn on and then come to sell it in the hope of upgrading, you've got to find more pennies, because you're not going to get as much money second hand for your bike. So that's something to take into account. Now also, just to let you know, the tax on this, I'm sure it was, I think it was £82. If I'm wrong, I will put that on the video. I'll find out, I can't remember, to be honest. Insurance wise, that will depend on obviously how long you've passed your CBT and your age, different things, your location. Insurance depends on a lot of things, it's not just the vehicle. But for me, it cost me, I insured this the same day I passed my CBT, so I was expecting it to be a little high, but I paid £255 for the year. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. I just needed insurance. So taking those things into account, I think it's a great beginner's bike. However, like I said, there may be things on this that don't suit you, so it's very difficult to sort of define the best beginner bike. One thing, I mean, I did have a ride on the Honda CB125F. Again, that was a great bike, and I was really I really couldn't make my mind up whether to go for this or the CB125F. Now, suppose looking at it now, I probably would go for the CB125F. However, the reason I chose this bike was down to cost. This was somewhere in the region of £1,000 cheaper, and obviously when you're starting out, that's a big difference. But I can honestly say there is no reason why I wouldn't recommend this bike. Fuel economy is great. I've had no issues since I purchased it. The comfort, the driving position, the cost, everything about it in my opinion is great, and it's certainly up there as one of the best beginner motorcycles. So if you're considering it, it's positive from me, really is positive. Now, if you're wondering where I am, I'm just in a place called West Bridgeford in Nottingham. Just come over what's called the Lady Bay Bridge. Absolutely great day for a ride out today. I've had a few days off work. I'm back in tomorrow. So I thought I'd just de-stress, have a ride out and say hello to all you lovely people. I'm still yet to find a rack for the back, still undecided. Let's have a little run through West Bridgford. Lived here for quite a few years and then decided to leave. As you can see, parking is atrocious in West Bridgford, yet the house prices don't reflect that. Anyway, back to the bike. If you've watched any of my other videos, you may have noticed that I had this bike up to 180 miles per gallon. Now that's not long after I purchased it, but now I've become more confident and I'm travelling at faster speeds. It seems to have dropped down to 150, but let's be honest, 150 miles to the gallon, absolutely amazing. It really is cheap commuting. I drive a Mercedes 2.2 litre diesel, so you can probably appreciate the difference in fuel economy. Now I have been looking at the KTM Duke 125. I'm on the fence with that. I mean, it does look really nice. Now I don't know about you, but I'm more of a road bike than a racing bike. Whenever I look at a bike, if it's got racing handlebars, I sort of tend to look away, because having sat on one in the riding position, I think half an hour on one of those would do me. Not very comfortable at all. I suppose you could also say it's what's known as bad back city. There may be some of you out there that prefer racing bikes with the lower handlebars. Again, all down to personal preference. Now I'd be interested to know if anyone's listening to this who already owns a 125, and you can throw your 2 penneth in via the comments. What 25 bike are you riding? Would you class that as the best 125 beginner bike? Because as I say, we've all got different ideals and we all enjoy different things, and we all want different things from our bike. Now I'm not a speed merchant. I'm more of a cruiser than a speed merchant, especially on a day like today. It really is a nice day. Now one difference is between the CBF 125, which is the bike I'm riding, and the CB125R. As far as I'm aware, the CB125R has 6 gears, sorry. I'm wondering whether that would make that more economical. Possibly so. Maybe someone can enlighten me in the comments box. think I've highlighted this before, but I bought this from Virtue Honda down on Lenton Lane, and the service I received was absolutely brilliant. Can't fault them. I'm still undecided what bike I'm going to get if I pass my test. There's so many different bikes out there that I like. I think I'm going to stick with Honda. I mean, it's a quality brand known for its reliability. I mean, granted, there are some bikes out there that are more aesthetically pleasing than Honda. However, it's not just about how it looks. You need it to be reliable. They just seem to be building everywhere. Now we're just coming through a place called Ruddington, you may know it, and this will lead us onto Clifton. tell you what, there's a lot of wasps about all over the bloody place. Road ahead closed, diversion. Fortunately, that's the way I want to be going. Now with the Honda CB125F, one thing to note is it does actually come with a centre stand, and what I've noticed is a lot of 125s do not have a centre stand, and I must admit I use my centre stand quite often. It does come in very handy. It's like when it's windy, I feel it's more stable on a centre stand. If you want to do any maintenance, obviously a centre stand is better. So something else you may want to take into consideration. Now I'm not sure if you can get a centre stand for a lot of these bikes, probably. But they don't come as standard. So, any viewers, if you can do me a favour and just explain to me why you were watching this video, what was the reason you clicked on this video, because obviously that kind of information helps me improve my content, because although I enjoy riding out, my content is primarily to help somebody else. You know, I've been through all this. I've made the mistakes, I've done the rights and the wrongs. I just want to try and help somebody else and prevent them from going wrong where I went wrong. So if you can sort of give me a heads up as to why you ended up clicking on my video. Was it the title? Was it what was the image? Please do let me know. I'll be very grateful. And obviously don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Yeah, you know, I've been out on a lovely sunny day for you. I've cruised on a little 125. I've enjoyed myself. However, it's not a 5-minute job putting the video together and uploading, etc. So come on, surely have a thumbs up and a subscribe. I do subscribe to anybody that subscribes to myself, even if you haven't got any content. Sharing is caring. Again, building. Everywhere you go, they're just filling the green lands with bloody bricks and mortar. Now, as far as fuel goes, just to give you an idea, I don't know if you can see the dash there, just to give you an idea, that's on 3 bars, which is 1 below half, and when I fill that to the top I put around £10.50 in, so that gives you an idea of how much it holds in terms of cost. But as I said before, very economical on fuel. Great commuter bike. And very cheap to run if you just want to cruise about and have some fun for no reason whatsoever other than your own enjoyment. ride safe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye for now.